All right, let's talk about something that's, well, absolutely vital for any modern therapy practice, and that's your website. We're going to dive into how it really acts as that crucial first point of contact for potential clients. Think of it as your digital handshake. So, to kick things off, let me ask you a question. In today's world where, most people are going to find you online long before they ever pick up the phone, what really is your practice's most important handshake? Is it the one that happens in your office or the one that's happening right now on a screen somewhere? And that's exactly where this core idea comes in, the digital handshake. This is all about your website's first impression. And look, it's not just about having a pretty design. It has to instantly communicate a sense of psychological safety. It has to build trust, and it has to scream professionalism to a potential client. This single moment, it sets the entire tone for everything that follows. Okay, so the illusion of affordable. This is the path so many practitioners take. And the question is, how do most therapists try to create this digital handshake? Well, naturally, you're looking for something that's affordable but also effective, right? And that leads most people down a really common path. But as we're about to see, what looks cheap up front is often just an illusion. And here it is, the easy choice. You know what I'm talking about. Those DIY builders like Wix or Squarespace, or maybe some of those therapy directories. And the appeal is totally obvious, right? It's a low monthly cost, you get to drag and drop stuff, it seems so convenient. But here's the kicker, and this is the most important part. You're not actually owning anything, you're just renting. Right, so let's talk about those hidden costs, renting versus owning. It's time to unpack the true price of easy. Because behind that low monthly fee, well, there are some pretty big trade-offs that can really impact your practice in the long run. Let's break down the real difference between renting your site and actually owning it. I mean, just look at the difference here. On one side, you're renting. That means you're paying those fees month after month forever. You're kind of stuck on their platform. It's hard to leave. And you're basically the unpaid web developer, right? Pouring your own valuable time into tech stuff. But on the flip side, when you own it, it's a one-time cost. You get an asset that's portable, it's flexible, you've got expert support, and you get a custom design that actually reflects your practice. So when we talk about owning your site, we're usually talking about something built on WordPress. And just to give you some perspective on that, look at this number, 43%. That's not a typo. Nearly half of all websites on the entire internet run on WordPress. That means it's incredibly stable, it's always being improved, and there's a huge community behind it. It's about as future-proof as you can get. Now, this is where the math gets really interesting. Yeah, that rented site has a low initial cost, sure, but once you start to factor in the cost of your own time, and that's the hidden currency here, right? All those unpaid hours you're spending, the total cost over, say, 3 years, suddenly it doesn't look so cheap anymore. In fact, it's often about the same or even more. And the huge difference? With the owned site, at the end of those 3 years, you have a valuable asset to show for it. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the solution. The specialist-built advantage. This is all about crafting a digital handshake that actually builds trust. Because a specialist-built site, it's about so much more than just owning the code. It's about creating an online space that's designed from the ground up to make a potential client feel safe and understood from the very first click. And a specialist who gets the therapy world knows that all these little technical things are actually features of trust. I mean, UK GDPR alignment, clear privacy policies. Yeah, they're legal boxes to tick, but they're also powerful signals that you're a professional who takes confidentiality seriously. Even things like calming aesthetics and using non-triggering images, those aren't just fluffy design choices. They're about creating that essential feeling of psychological safety. And that's really the whole point, isn't it? Building trust before the first session even happens. A great website starts to form that therapeutic alliance before you've even exchanged an email. It does the heavy lifting of reassuring someone that, yes, they've found a safe, professional place. So what does a specialist actually deliver? Well, first off, you get real ownership, a site you control, not one you rent. The design is therapy-aware, meaning it feels human, not like some generic business template. All the tech stuff, hosting, security, that's all done for you. It's built to help you show up in local searches, and you get to talk to a real person for support, not a chatbot. Bottom line, it lets you focus on being a therapist, not a web developer. And really, all of this points to a major shift in thinking. It's an investment in client trust. Your website is so much more than just another monthly bill on the spreadsheet. We have to stop seeing it as just an expense and start seeing it as what it is, a fundamental investment in your practice and in building that all-important client trust. Yeah, this says it all perfectly, doesn't it? View your website as an investment, not a monthly bill. Because a bill is just money going out for a service, but an investment, that's something that pays you back. It's an asset that works for you, attracting the right clients and making sure every single relationship starts off on the best possible footing. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final question to really think about. Take an honest look at your own website right now. Does your digital handshake build confidence? Is it firm and reassuring? Or does it maybe create just a little bit of doubt right at that moment when it matters most? Something to think about.